start that again. If you wake up in the morning and you tell yourself you're going to work, then with all due respect, you're doing it wrong. You need to find your passion. You need to find your raison d'être. You know, what was the reason you were put on this earth? And if it feels like work to you, then you got to change jobs. And so sometimes people will ask me, well, how do I know what my passion is? Well, here's a way to find out. Two things. Number one, if you were given a month off from work and you were not allowed to travel, you had to stay home or close to your home, what would you do with your time? And do your best to turn that into a passion, okay? Into your work, I should say. And I shouldn't use the word work, it should be the word passion. Another way is this. Who is a rock star to you in your life, in business, for example? Who is it? Who do you look up to and why? And maybe it's the lifestyle they have, it's the profession they have, maybe they're making the world a better place and they inspire you. So think about it that way as well. So the bottom line is, if you're given some time off, how would you spend your time? And who's a rock star to you? Now, we talked about how to know if you have a job and not a passion. Okay, if you get up out of bed, it feels like work. So how do you change careers then? How do you do it? Well, you need to first of all understand why you want to change careers. Why do you want to work in a different profession? You know, if you want to be a doctor, you have to understand why. You have to enjoy that. You like taking care of people, that sort of thing. Make sure it doesn't feel like work. It feels like a passion. And the best way to do it is to set up informational meetings, networking meetings, and sit down with people that have that profession and see if what they do sounds interesting to you or not. So how do we get these networking meetings done? Well, people that have similar experiences in life and similar backgrounds want to help you, okay? And the best way to explain this is if you close your eyes and you think 20 years in the future, when you're way more successful than you are right now and way happier, if somebody that was a lot like you, a younger version of you, gave you a call and they said, hey, do you have time for a coffee? And that person reminds you of the struggles you went through. And of course you'll take that meeting. You wouldn't say no to a meeting with yourself. And so that's the mindset I want you to have. And just know that people want to help you. All you have to do is ask. And so what you can do is you can use LinkedIn. And for those of you who have taken my courses, you know I love LinkedIn. I talk about it a lot. And LinkedIn is basically the best networking tool that's ever been created. And it's a lot better than using email or text or other ways to get in touch with people. You know why? Because every single message that you've received in LinkedIn, you've probably opened. There's that valuable piece of real estate that's in the top right-hand corner of your screen when you're on LinkedIn. Little red message box indicator. And you look at every one of those messages. I know you do, I do. And so all you have to do is do an advanced search in LinkedIn and find people with really similar backgrounds to you. Maybe they went to the same school as you. Maybe they worked in the same profession you worked in, or maybe they're from the same hometown. And you can do an advanced search in LinkedIn and search for 100-kilometer radius, for example, around where you are right now, okay? Entering your zip code or your postal code, depending on where you live. And then what you want to do, got to be careful, I'm walking across the street here. Then what you want to do is you want to do a search and find people within that radius, close to where you live, that have similar life experiences, or from the same hometown, etc. And then you send them a very, very short message. And the contents of the message are as follows. And I promise you this worked. Okay, my my success rate on getting meetings with people using LinkedIn is 95%. I don't say that to impress you. Rather, I say it to impress upon you the fact that you can do it. All you have to do is ask. So here's how you do it. You send what's called an in-mail. And you might have to subscribe. I think it's $20 or $30 a month. And you get the first month free, so you can cancel it if you want to. So you send an in-mail. And in the subject line, you just type in 2 letters. H-I. Hi. Everybody opens messages and say hi. And then the contents of the message, keep it simplistic. Be polite, obviously. Be short, because less is more. And list what you have in common. And use the words please and thank you. For example, I'm from a place called Mississauga in Canada, which has a bigger population than San Francisco, but not as many people have heard of Mississauga. Let's say that I do a search here in the San Francisco Bay Area on LinkedIn. I do an advanced search for my zip code, which is 94010, I think, yeah. And I enter in the keyword Mississauga. And then maybe I'll search for something else somebody has in common with me, like my undergraduate school, which was McGill University. Sorry about the wind there. And so I'll do a search on LinkedIn to find people that went to McGill University and are also from Mississauga. And then what I'll do is I'll send them a short message. Subject line we know is hi. And the contents of the in-mail is very simplistic and short. John, hope all is well. I'm also from Mississauga. I also went to McGill University, and I live here in the Bay Area. Please let me know if you have time for a coffee. Thanks, Chris. And John, for example, might work in this industry or a company I might want to work for. And so by setting up a networking meeting with this person, call him John, for example, is really easy to do. And John will probably, almost likely, take the meeting because we have something in common. And in this example, John is older than me and more experienced. And maybe I remind him of himself when he was younger. So anyway, try it out. I promise you it works. Just understand that people want to help you. All you have to do is ask them to. And if you get to a point in your life where you wake up in the morning and you don't tell yourself you're going to work, but you're going to do your passion, there's no better feeling than living life on your own terms and doing what you enjoy doing most. So thanks a lot for watching. Please click like if you like it and subscribe as well. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.